After 10 days of using this Samsung Galaxy A15, I have decided to give a review of it and hopefully it helps someone make a buying decision. So we are going to go through step by step the features of this device, and if you have any question at the end of this, leave it in the comment section. This phone has a 6.5 Full HD display, AMOLED display with the 90Hz refresh rate. Now by default that is usually set to 60, but you can always improve it depending on how fast you want it to be. Now that is accessible under display, and when you go to motion smoothness you can either change from high or standard. Now high has 90 Hz and standard has 60 Hz, that is on the display. When it comes to the camera, it has a 13 megapixels front camera which can take videos at 1080 pixels, 30 frames per second. Now it also allows flash for the front camera. Now the back camera is at 50 megapixels, so if we change that and try open the camera application, it's at 50 megapixels. Now if you're taking a photo, for instance, you have the option to switch between 12 megapixels and 50 megapixels. Now if you check through this section here, I can tap this to change this from 12 to 50. Just tap that and change it. Now the disadvantage with the 50 megapixels option is that you cannot zoom it in or out. So if you want the zoom functionality, then you'll have to stick with the 12 megapixels, which also gives a pretty good quality. So if this is 50, let's switch that from 50 to 12 and see how it looks like. You'll notice that there's not much difference. So you see the difference is not that much. Now that is at 12 megapixels. When it comes to the storage capacity, now this phone comes with 4 gigahertz of RAM and 128 gigahertz of internal storage. Now there are different variations to this, so you can always buy it depending on what you want to do. If you want high performance, then I'd rather you go for something slightly higher, like 8 gigahertz 8 gigabytes of RAM and 256 or 128 gigabytes of storage. The RAM has an option to upgrade using virtual memory. So if I tap the settings option and go to the device care, I can scroll and tap on the memory. If I tap on the memory, I can expand this, and I have the RAM plus option where I can choose to either expand it to 4 or 2 gigabytes of RAM. This will help improve the performance. Now you should notice that if you activate this, then your device is likely to consume more power. When it comes to the internal storage, it is expandable up to 1 terabyte. It means you have a memory slot where you can add your maybe TF card and improve or increase the storage capacity. You can always optimize your device storage by tapping on the settings, device care, and then selecting the optimize option. Now this usually just removes background applications, checks for viruses and storage issues in your device, and that will help your device remain healthy. Now this device's processor is built on Android 14 OS with the MediaTek Helio G99 processor, octa-core at 2.2 Hz. Now that means its performance is pretty good if you are a gamer, though it does not require extremely heavy games. Now you can always check more about your phone from this section here. In the settings, you go to the about option, and then you can see more features. So you can expand each one of these here, like the software information, and then you'll see what it is about, every feature that you need to see. When it comes to the battery of this device, it has 5000 million amperes non-removable battery with that accepts 25 watts fast charging. Now this device does not come with the 25 watts adapter. It only comes with the C to C, type C to C charger, so it means you'll have to buy the adapter separately. One interesting feature that I've seen with the battery is that you can set it to charge up to 85%, which protects your battery. So anytime you plug in your charger, you can come to the battery settings and protect your battery by turning this on, and then it will only be charging up to 85%, and then it stops. Now the battery life is something roughly, let's just say 10 to 12 hours if you are actively using it. But if you use it like on maybe use it for some time and then sometime leave it on, you can use it even for 2 days. Now for instance, at this point the battery charge percentage is at 64%, and I'm told I have 18 hours left. Now 64%, that is slightly above the half the capacity, and it is so good. I think it is fair enough. It is a fair battery. It has fair battery power. Just ensure that you don't overcharge it. When it comes to security, you can protect this your phone in a device in 3 different ways. You can use a password, a pin, and fingerprint support. Now the fingerprint button is mounted on the side, on the right hand side, so you can just set up that through, go to your settings and look for security and set up the fingerprint unlock feature. Apart from that, you can use a pin or a password that you use to protect your device. So in the security option, if we go to the lock screen option, you can see you have fingerprints and that other screen lock. If I tap on that, I can I'm requested a pin. It means you can use both. Actually, you can set up both pin and also use a fingerprint to unlock your device. Overall, I think this phone is suitable and it is just good enough if you just intend to perform average tasks and maybe just play simple games. It has a sleek design, it's not too heavy, and something that you should consider buying if you want to upgrade, and it is a budget smartphone. If you have used this device before and have an experience, drop your thought in the comment. And if you also have a question or a concern or something that you need a little bit more explanation on, drop it in the chat so we can help each other make a decision whether to buy this device or not. If you like this video, give it a thumb up and subscribe, and also share it with a friend who intends to buy a Samsung phone or who intends to upgrade their device.